You're listening to the CyberWire Network, powered by N2K.
Zootopia 2 has come home to Disney+.
Let's go!
Get ready for a new case.
We're the greatest partners of all time!
New friends.
Gary the Snake.
And your last name?
The Snake.
Dream Team.
New habitats.
Zootopia has a secret reptile population.
You can watch the record-breaking phenomenon at home. Zootopia 2, now available on Disney+, rated PG. And right now you can get Disney Plus and Hulu for just $4.99 a month for 3 months with a special limited time offer. Ends March 24th. After 3 months, plan auto-renews at $12.99 a month. Terms apply.
RSAC wraps. CISA warns shutdown furloughs are weakening cyber defenses. China-linked actors burrow into global telecom infrastructure. Iran's pay-to-key resurfaces. India probes suspected Pakistan-linked CCTV spying. Florida suspends a firm over offshore medical data exposure. Cisco patches fresh flaws. Russian police arrest the alleged LeakBase operator. Intern Kevin files his latest man-on-the-street report, and Google gets grabby with your homepage. It's Thursday, March 26, 2026. I'm Dave Bittner, and this is your CyberWire Intel Briefing. As RSAC 2026 winds down here in San Francisco, we want to take a moment to say thanks. It's been a busy week of conversations, interviews, hallway run-ins, and late-night events, and we're grateful to everyone who took the time to connect with us along the way. Special thanks to our teammates back home who kept everything running smoothly while much of the crew was on the road. Conferences bring energy and opportunity, but they also bring a little extra chaos. We appreciate the teamwork that makes it all possible, and we're glad you are with us here today. Experts warn artificial intelligence agents are rapidly reshaping cyber risk, but defenders still lack a clear threat model for how to counter them. At the RSAC Cryptographers panel, researchers said AI agents can already identify zero-day vulnerabilities in open-source software and may soon generate most new code. Panelists also warned large language models enabled personalized spear phishing, rapid exploit use after disclosure, and large-scale traffic analysis, though no new cryptographic weaknesses have yet been found. Defenders face faster automated attacks and unclear assumptions about cryptographic safety, while patching delays and expanding agent access to sensitive data increase organizational exposure across environments, according to the panelists' assessments of current risks and emerging operational realities. Former National Security Agency leaders say the threshold for a U.S. military response to cyber attacks remains undefined and ultimately rests with the president. Here at the RSA conference, retired General Paul Nakasone said the decision to respond kinetically, meaning with physical force such as missile strikes, should remain flexible. Former NSA Director Admiral Mike Rogers argued instead for clearer criteria, including loss of life or damage to critical infrastructure. Panelists noted destructive incidents like North Korea's Sony Pictures attack helped shape earlier debates, but no consensus red line emerged. Uncertainty about response thresholds complicates deterrence strategy, while officials also warned the U.S. is falling behind adversaries amid persistent intrusions, ransomware growth, and workforce strain across government cyber defense efforts. RSAC CEO Jen Easterly says cybersecurity has reached an inflection point where AI is now inseparable from modern cyber defense and operations. Speaking with the Register here at the RSA conference, Easterly said AI is already enabling stronger code development, vulnerability detection, and legacy system modernization at scale. She warned threat actors are using AI for highly personalized phishing, but said she's not yet observed entirely new cyber risks emerging from the technology. Her first conference as CEO drew about 43,000 attendees, though federal agencies, including the FBI, NSA, and CISA, were absent from panels. Easterly argues AI could significantly reduce cyber risk and improve software quality, while stronger public-private collaboration remains essential as most critical infrastructure stays privately operated and global participation shapes security outcomes. Elsewhere, CISA's acting director warns a Department of Homeland Security shutdown is weakening federal cyber defenses, as most agency staff remain furloughed. Acting Director Nick Anderson told the House Homeland Security Committee that about 60% of CISA's workforce is sidelined, forcing the agency into a reactive posture. Core services continue, including its 24/7 operations center and incident information sharing, but proactive programs, industry coordination, incident response capacity, and cyber policy work such as incident reporting rules have slowed or paused. Anderson warned reduced coordination and delayed directives create openings for adversaries targeting critical infrastructure, while staffing shortages and retention losses could further erode long-term national cyber readiness if disruptions continue. Rapid7 reports a China-linked threat actor has implanted stealth backdoors deep inside global telecommunications backbone infrastructure to enable long-term espionage access. Researchers observed passive backdoors and kernel-level implants, including the Linux-based BPF door, short for Berkeley Packet Filter Door, alongside credential harvesters and command frameworks such as CrossC2 and TinyShell. Attackers gained entry through public-facing applications and valid accounts, targeting Avanti, Cisco, Fortinet, VMware, Palo Alto Networks, and Apache Struts systems. Newer BPF door variants use encrypted HTTPS triggers and packet-level filtering to evade detection. Rapid7 says the campaign focuses on underlying telecom platforms rather than individual servers, creating persistent access layers inside critical communications infrastructure that could support long-duration intelligence collection against government and network environments. Researchers warn the Iran-linked pay-to-key ransomware group has returned with enhanced evasion, execution, and anti-forensics capabilities following renewed U.S.-Iran tensions. According to Halcyon and Beasley Security, a recent attack on a U.S. healthcare provider showed attackers using TeamViewer for access, credential harvesting tools including Mimikatz and Lazang, and Active Directory utilities for lateral movement. The group deployed ransomware via a self-extracting archive and encrypted infrastructure within 3 hours. Faster execution and anti-forensic techniques may reduce defenders' response windows and complicate investigations into destructive ransomware activity tied to state-aligned actors. Indian authorities have ordered a nationwide audit of CCTV systems after police uncovered cameras allegedly installed by Pakistan-backed operatives near rail stations and other infrastructure. According to Indian media reports, suspects recruited locally deployed solar-powered cameras that streamed footage over cellular networks, possibly using stolen SIM-linked accounts. Officials warned the case highlights limits in device registration controls and concerns that insecure internet-connected cameras could enable broader surveillance activity. Potential compromise of widely deployed CCTV systems raises risks to critical infrastructure visibility and national security monitoring. Florida regulators suspended Mira Health after finding the firm unlawfully offshored sensitive Medicare enrollee data to companies in India and the Philippines without authorization. The Florida Office of Insurance Regulations said more than 23,000 Medicare Advantage beneficiaries were affected, including patients in chronic condition special needs plans. Officials warned the company failed to obtain required approvals before delegating services and exposed vulnerable residents' protected health information to unlicensed offshore entities. Improper handling of regulated health data can increase breach risk and trigger compliance exposure for organizations responsible for safeguarding patient information, even when services are outsourced internationally. Cisco released patches for multiple iOS and iOS XE vulnerabilities, including flaws that attackers could chain to trigger persistent denial-of-service conditions on network switches. The updates address a dozen high and medium-severity issues. 4 publicly disclosed defects affect Catalyst 9300 series switches, where attackers could combine 2 flaws to escalate privileges and force maintenance mode requiring physical access to recover. Cisco said none of the vulnerabilities have been exploited in the wild. Russian authorities arrested a suspect believed to have operated the LeakBase cybercrime forum weeks after an international law enforcement operation dismantled the platform. According to Russia's Interior Ministry and state news agency TASS, the Taganrog resident apparently created and administered LeakBase, a forum with more than 142,000 users, trading stolen data, exploits, and hacking services after breached shutdown in 2023. The FBI and partners in 14 countries seized the site in March during Operation Leak, conducting roughly 100 enforcement actions worldwide and targeting dozens of active users. Investigators say seized forum databases, including private messages and IP logs, may support further cybercrime prosecutions and disrupt remaining marketplace activity tied to stolen data ecosystems. Coming up after the break, Intern Kevin files his latest man-on-the-street report, and Google gets grabby with your homepage. Stick around. No, it's not your imagination. Risk and regulation really are ramping up, and these days customers expect proof of security before they'll even do business. That's where Vanta comes in. Vanta automates your compliance process and brings compliance, risk, and customer trust together on one AI-powered platform. So whether you're getting ready for a SOC 2 or managing an enterprise governance risk and compliance program, Vanta helps keep you secure and keeps your deals moving. Companies like Ramp and Ryder spend 82% less time on audits with Vanta. That means less time chasing paperwork and more time focused on growth. For me, it comes down to this. Over 10,000 companies, from startups to large enterprises, trust Vanta to help prove their security. Get started at vanta.com/cyber. By day, Kevin McGee is Global Director of Cybersecurity Startups at Microsoft for Startups, but during RSAC, he functions as my intern. Here's his latest filing.
So I'm with a legend in the industry, Ann Johnson, and one of my personal mentors throughout my career. I'm very happy to speak with her and find out what she's seen at the show. She has a keen eye for what's coming next in startup. And what are you seeing around the show, and what's the most innovative things that are happening at RSA this year?
You know, it's definitely the year of AI. Everybody wants to know how you're going to secure agents. Everybody wants to know how you're going to use AI to make your cybersecurity better, and also how you're going to protect AI. But I will tell you, I saw a company that didn't talk to me for the whole time about AI, and they were all about things about configurations and making sure the configuration's right and using AI to improve that. And that was a unique approach as far as I was concerned, because everybody's talking modern SOC or protecting agents, and these guys are like, look, you can use AI to make your configurations better. I said, that is cool.
Now, we've had great success in Microsoft for Startups, my day job, with sort of the picks and shovels type business, the GRC businesses of this AI gold rush. Are there anything in the GRC space that interests you?
Well, my very close friend, Eric Erston, is at a company called RedScale, but I think there's a lot that can be done in GRC. Look, I think AI's three main use cases are going to be non-human identities. I think it's going to be security operations center, IoT, OT, and all of that has a play in GRC. So yeah, there's a big play there because what I believe is it's going to make us more productive and faster in GRC.
Now, the other big thing is everyone's saying the industry's consolidating, the end of innovation's done for cybersecurity. I think it's the complete opposite. I think we're moving into a whole new phase of innovation. Would love your take.
I completely agree. I think AI is going to drive a bunch of creativity and innovation. It's going to make us better than we are. It's going to be bumpy, but we're going to be a better industry, and we're going to be really innovative.
I couldn't end without a plug for your podcast, which is excellent. Can you tell us about your podcast quickly and where we can find it?
Yeah, Afternoon Cyber Tea is on afternooncybertea.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Thank you very much for your time, Ann.
Thank you. Have a great night.
All right, so I met another founder who's doing some interesting work, and his company has a chief ball officer, which I think is just a fantastic addition to the team. Tell me who you are and what you do.
My name is David Shipley, and I'm a CEO and co-founder of Beauceron Security. So we help people know more and care more about being safe cybersecurity-wise in their organization. It's no longer just about teaching people about phishing. It's making sure they apply what they already know on a day-to-day basis. And that's why we're named after a sheepdog. We help people go from the passive targets, the sheep, to the active defenders, or the sheepdogs.
Now, one of the things I've seen you do as a company is really blend psychology and some of the cutting-edge psychological aspects of really scientific literature with technology. You're really focused on the layer 8 of security.
We're a neuroscience and psychology company disguised as security awareness training. And so we've partnered with some of the world's top researchers to understand the attitudes that drive risk and how to actually change them. Because being safe in 2026 is about selling the benefits of being secure, not lecturing people about phishing emails.
So give me a real-life example of how you're applying research psychology to the product.
The number one thing from a psychological perspective that we discovered is something called technological overconfidence. So when people believe security tools always protect them 100% of the time, they click on phishing 80 to 140% more. So we need to teach people security tools are important, vital, but they can only do so much, and you play a role as well. The other one is optimism bias. This is a powerful force in psychology. It's a natural predisposition to say something bad is going to happen to Jane or John, not to me. And when it comes to phishing, that belief someone else is going to click means you're going to click 30 to 40% more.
Awesome. Well, thank you for bringing the people aspect back into cybersecurity. I think that's really important. Thanks for your time and have a great show.
Thank you so much.
It's Kevin the Intern coming live from RSAC, and I'm with some royalty from our industry. So Dr. Jessica Barker and FC. So two of my favorite authors, two of my favorite people. You're on the floor. What are you seeing? What's exciting? Who wants to go first? Ladies first?
Ladies first.
As always with RSAC, for me, the most exciting thing is catching up with people. So being able to have conversations, see people that you maybe haven't seen in a year or so, and see what everybody's up to. Of course, the big word that we're hearing is AI.
What are you seeing out there, FC? You've got a very different perspective on everything usually.
Yeah, I think what I'm seeing out there is, honestly, if everyone did what their marketing said they did, like, we would all be out of a job, because it's all solved, apparently, according to everyone out there. So I think the big thing that I'm seeing is, again, it's AI. AI is solving all of our problems and creating all of our problems.
So there's always some exciting things happening on the floor. Now, did I get this right? You were in a boxing ring or a wrestling ring?
Yeah, my first time in a wrestling ring. Whether I won or lost, I won't ruin the surprise. You'll have to go and check out my video.
Awesome. Now, author of How I Rob Banks and other things, what do you see, so the technologies that are impressing you this year?
If I'm really honest, I haven't seen anything.
I've never known you to be anything but really honest.
I've not seen anything that's actually impressed me so far this year. I think everyone has jumped on the AI bandwagon so much that it's not even touching anything yet. Like, I think most of the people that talk about AI haven't even used it. It's so new and everyone wants to be on it. Just kind of like we had quantum computing last couple of years. This is the new thing, and I think hopefully it will sieve out a little bit, and next year we'll see some actual decent products with it.
Well, it's funny, we're seeing everyone talking about the consolidation of the market and innovations done. I think it's the opposite. We're seeing AI products that are creating whole new categories of products. Everyone's creating whole new shadow implementations. I think we're going to have a wave of innovation that follows that. What do you folks think?
Yeah, I hope so. And I think certainly the cyber criminals are being innovative, as always. They're finding ways to use technology and AI in ways that we didn't necessarily predict. So as an industry, we need to do the same.
Awesome. What do you think, FC?
Yeah, I think, and I've said this before, I think this is the first time in cybersecurity history where both the bad guys and the good guys have the same power, the same tooling at the same time. It's no longer a cat and mouse where one side has something better and then the other side catches up. We both have the same tool, and now we're all trying to race to get to use it the best we can.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time. And if you're still at the conference, swing by the bookstore and pick up their excellent books. It's probably still available. I believe we sold out last year.
Yeah.
So they may be still available. Thank you for your time.
Our thanks to Kevin McGee from Microsoft for generously donating his time during the RSAC conference this week. Kevin, there may even be a big promotion in your future. Maybe senior intern.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Tap the banner to learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
And finally, a newly granted Google patent describes a system that could replace your company's landing page with an AI-generated version tailored to each individual user, sometimes before they ever see what you built. The patent outlines a process where Google evaluates a page using signals such as conversion rate, bounce rate, and design quality. If the page scores too low, search results may instead link to a dynamically assembled alternative built from the user's query, history, account context, and extracted site content. In some cases, that link could even appear inside sponsored results, though billing details remain unclear. The patent suggests websites could shift from destinations to raw material for AI assembly, extending a trend where search features increasingly mediate how users experience brands, sometimes with Google politely redecorating the lobby. And that's the CyberWire. For links to all of today's stories, check out our daily briefing at thecyberwire.com. We'd love to know what you think of this podcast. Your feedback ensures we deliver the insights that keep you a step ahead in the rapidly changing world of cybersecurity. If you like our show, please share a rating and review in your favorite podcast app. Please also fill out the survey in the show notes or send an email to cyberwire@n2k.com. N2K's lead producer is Liz Stokes. We're mixed by Trey Hester, with original music and sound design by Elliot Peltzman. Our contributing host is Maria Vermazis. Our executive producer is Jennifer Iben. Peter Kilpie is our publisher, and I'm Dave Bittner. Thanks for listening. We'll see you back here tomorrow.